This is Dave with Kind, and today we're going to look at running your code on Kind's hosted pages using the Kinde Workflows feature. Let's jump into it. I'll add the link in the description for this repo, which essentially is a fully working workflow that just logs out hello world after a user's authenticated. So the first thing we're going to want to do is click this green button over here to create a new repository. This is cloning it into my Dave or Dead account. So let's call this Workflows Demo Example. And public's fine. So this has now cloned that repo into my Dave or Dead. We can hop into the code and have a look at what it's doing. So we can see that we've got a workflow.ts file. It's important that you can name the file whatever you want, so long as it ends in workflow. I just choose to shorten them to workflow because it's a little bit easier and use directories to separate them, but you don't have to do that. So long as it ends in workflow. We have a helper library, the Kinde infrastructure package, recommend installing because that'll give you all the nice types and that sort of thing. I'm just going to edit this in line because I'm being lazy and not pulling it down. So we'll just give it a name. We'll call this post auth and commit. Okay. And the next thing we're going to want to do is wire up GitHub to Kinde. So I'll hop over to my Kinde account, head to settings, git repo, connect GitHub. This is going to redirect me to GitHub. It's going to hop me straight back because I'm already signed in. Otherwise you would have to go through the GitHub login flow. What do we call this? Workflows demo. So I'm connecting to the repo. It will allow me to choose the branch, but I only have main anyway. So we'll connect to main. And it's interesting, we actually got a sync log. So when I tried to sync it, I had an issue. So let's go ahead and have a quick look at what that is. So expected curly but found a colon. Okay, let's have a quick look, see what that is. That's because this is not valid JSON. You probably spotted that ahead of me. Cool. So commit the changes. Okay. Let's try that again. We'll sync the code. Okay. It's looking better. We've got a success. It's found it. Deployment has been successful. Now head over to workflows. We'll see that we've got our post auth workflow here. You can see the deployment. So there's just the one, which you can go in and see more details of if you want to. Then you can also see the runtime logs. At the minute, we don't have any. And even encryption keys. So you can set up encryption keys for anything that you want to keep sensitive, or if you're making an API call out, say a password, and you encrypt it here, and then you can use this key again on your side. But that's probably one for another video. Okay, runtime logs. So let's now log in. So I'm logging in, redirected back. We should now have a single runtime, and it's logging out hello world. Now inside the code here, it's possible to call APIs, management API. You can, essentially the world is your oyster. You can think about how useful it can be. We have a few examples listed out here. So you could use it for drip feed migration, where you can call out to an external database before creating the user in Kinde to validate a password. You could sync passwords to another system or provide custom password validation. Grace periods for MFA, custom claims, anything you can think of ties into billing for plan changes, cancellation. And we have examples of all these, so you can hop through here, and we have a whole repository that's full of examples. You can go through these and see what they look like. And it gives you all the custom code. There's comments to explain what it's doing and how it's working. So yeah, super keen to hear what you build with Workflows. And thanks so much for watching.